The concept, the American concept of government was that we, the people, would self-govern ourselves. That's been sabotaged from the start. The powers that be do not want we, the people, to self-govern ourselves under the Constitution. They want to be in charge. The media and our education systems are quiet about these issues. The first occurred just 1 year after our Constitution was ratified and had to do with our Bill of Rights. Our Constitution sets 30,000 as the minimum population for a House district, but it provides no maximum. The very first of the proposed amendments for our Bill of Rights, called Article the First, was designed to fix that defect by establishing a maximum population size for a House district. On September 21st, 1789, a joint session of Congress agreed to an amendment that would place an ultimate maximum of 50,000 population for a House district. 1 week later, on September 28, 1789, the proposed amendment, along with the rest, were sent to the states for ratification after one word was changed in the final clause of Article First. The word less was changed to more. This chart from the website 30,000.org compares the two versions of Article the First. On the left is the intended first article that was passed by the House and Senate in September 21st, 1789. If you look towards the bottom, you'll see the word less in the final clause. The defective version, the one that was submitted to the states, you look down, you see the word less no longer exists, it's more. That one four-letter word changed the whole purpose of this amendment and rendered it meaningless. Changing of this one word rendered the amendment meaningless, as instead of creating a maximum population size, all it would have accomplished would have been to increase the minimum size from 30,000 to 50,000 population and provide no maximum size. Thus, even if ratified, it would have had no impact on limiting the size of a House district. As a consequence of this and several other actions, the average population size of a House district currently exceeds 750,000 and keeps growing. Article the First was never ratified. The other 11 were, 10 of which is what we call our Bill of Rights. That's our Articles 3 through 12. And the second of the 12 proposed amendments was finally ratified on May 7th, 1992, 203 years after it was submitted to the states. The founders, as discussed in the Federalist Papers, envisioned keeping the size of a House district small enough that the people could select among themselves someone of known character to represent their interests for a term in Congress. That is no longer the case in America. Instead of local populations selecting someone from their midst of known character, we have campaigns that require enormous amounts of money, promote candidates who largely hide their allegiance behind slick campaigns and ads. And for the most part, we know these candidates about as well as some TV or movie actor. In other words, not at all. And few are independent of the special interests who funded their campaigns. There is no time limit on ratifying Article First, as exemplified by Article Second that was not ratified until 1992. The version of Article the First that the House and Senate approved on September 21st, 1789 should have been submitted to the states for ratification, as it was the version approved by the joint houses of Congress. The corrupted version that was submitted to the states was not. To save our nation and restore the great American experiment in self-government by we the people, we need the corrected version of Article the First to be ratified, and that will not happen unless we the people are educated to the fact and demand it. For further discussion and thoughts regarding Article First and related issues, see 30,000.org, Article thefirst.net, and policyusa.com. It will require we the people to stop the sabotage And we've got a lot to happen for us to learn how to work together to make that happen.